It's Tuesday night KMAC action volleyball style as the 3-1 Northmor Golden Knights host the 3-0 Fredericktown Freddies. And that action coming your way next.
Morrow County Hospital, along with Ohio Health, is the official sports medicine provider of Northmor High School. Available 24/7 to care for your athlete with same-day appointment options available. We keep your athletes healthy and in the game. Morrow County Hospital and Ohio Health are proud to partner with Northmor High School to provide a healthier community, serving teams, parents, and all of Morrow County.
Good evening, everybody, as we welcome you inside the castle on the campus of Northmor High School for tonight's KMAC clash between the 3-1 Northmor Golden Knights and the 3-0 Fredericktown Freddies. Hello, everybody. My name is Travis Berardi, alongside, as always, Mackenzie Weaver. Mackenzie, how are you doing tonight?
We're living the dream. It is a Tuesday.
It is a Tuesday. Just trying to get by through the week.
It is a Tuesday.
So, big matchup early on in the KMAC here. Northmor 1-1 in conference, Fredericktown 1-0, but these two teams looking to stay atop the KMAC and possibly fight for a KMAC championship.
Yeah, before the match, I always do a little bit of research and checking out on these teams, and I was really impressed to see Fredericktown looking at a little bit of numbers. They're returning 8 seniors, which is kind of unheard of. We saw that with Norwalk St. Paul. They had 8 seniors returning. But as a team, they're hitting 207 on the year, which is still early. Like in baseball, you want to be trying to hit in 300, but they do have 3 girls on their team right now that are hitting over 300. They're hitting 333, 317, and especially Jillian, I don't want to butcher your name, honey. Boughton. Okay, Jillian Boughton, watching her warm up. I don't know, it kind of took me back to my days. She hits a really, really heavy ball. I'm really interested to see what she does tonight. I hope that they pass well enough for middles because she is, I think from watching her warm up, she is being a middle hitter tonight. So I'm excited to see what happens with this Fredericktown team and Northmor making a comeback. They're hitting a little bit low so far on the year. They're hitting 132. But I'd like to see what Chloe Keene hitting on the outside, see what she's got going tonight. And I'm excited to see what's going to happen. It should be a good matchup. I'm excited for some good volleyball.
These two teams had, well, especially Northmor had a great run last year in the tournament. They were the top seed in the Division IV Central District. They knocked off Delaware Christian in a sectional championship game, 3-0, and then fell in a heartbreaker to Fisher Catholic in 5 sets. They fell 25-19, 23-25, 25-17, 15-25. They had match point up 14-13, but then Fisher Catholic scored the final 3 points to win.
That is heartbreaking. For my public school girls, it's heartbreaking.
Fisher Catholic then fell to Newark Catholic, the 2 seed, in 4 sets. Newark Catholic ended up going to the regional. As for Fredericktown, the Freddies, they were an 11 seed in the Central 1 District in Division 3. They fell to Worthington Christian in 4 sets, 25-21, 25-21, 16-25, 25-18. Northmor, like I said, 3-1. They took both matches in their try with Lucas and Clear Fork. They swept both before falling to Cardington Lincoln in their KMAC opener 3-1. They then bounced back to defeat Danville 3-0. As for Fredericktown, they beat Utica in straight sets 3-0, defeated Clear Fork 3-1, and then they as well defeated Danville 3-0. As we get ready to announce the lineups and the national anthem. You know, we saw, but first we're going to step aside for the anthem. So just moments away from the start of this one between Fredericktown and Northmor as we show you tonight's starting lineups here in our pregame first for the Freddies of Fredericktown. And who stands out to you, Mackenzie?
I'm looking at Audrey. Oh, you said her name already. Boughton? Boughton. I don't know. When I watch her play, I don't want to say she reminds a little bit of me, but she hits the ball super, super hard. She was really dynamic in warm-ups. But, again, anybody can win warm-ups, but I'm super, super excited to see what she does tonight. She's been hitting well. A little bit. She's on the undersized part of their lineup. They have a couple girls over 6 foot this year, which is exciting. I like to see some big girls play volleyball. I'm excited to see what we can get out of Northmor tonight. They are 2-1. They're 3-1 on the year. Got a couple hits hitting over 300, and it's going to be good volleyball tonight. We need some good volleyball around here.
And now taking a look at the Golden Knights of Northmor, and who stands out for you for them?
Chloe Keen's kind of standing out for me tonight. She's hitting 327 on the year so far. Minimal on the air. She has 7 airs on the season, which is nice to see. Honestly, they've got a couple kids that are right around that 300 mark. We have Riley Swinehart that's trying to hit 242 on the year. And number 5, Kincaid.
Amanda Kincaid.
Amanda Kincaid. If I butcher your name, girls, when you rewatch this, I'm trying really hard. I got to put my teacher voice on and try to sound it out. But I'm excited to see how teams hang tonight, especially this is a kind of a high-pressure situation pretty early in the season. You want to be perfect. You want to try to do everything you're supposed to do. I just hope that they take a deep breath, take in this moment. They got some good fans here tonight, and they play for each other. Block out the crowd. This is a great opportunity to test their communication tonight if they want to run some plays. It's just going to be some good volleyball. I'm really excited to see what happens.
And we all are looking forward to this one.
Oh, we're shaking hands.
Little pregame
COVID protocol we're breaking here, but hey.
So we are moments away from starting this one, and last year Northmor swept Fredericktown 3-2 on the road, 3-2 on the road before sweeping them in straight sets here at the Castle last season.
So there's some bad blood out there tonight, looking for a little redemption. I like to see it. Fredericktown's ready to go. They're hyped. I like to see it. There's lots of energy.
Two of the top teams in the KMAC. We'll see how this one goes. We did have two of the upper teams in the Firelands Conference to kick things off last Tuesday, but St. Paul really showed their veteran leadership and got that
might.
sweep.
Yes, absolutely. All right, liberos are in. And I think Fredericktown's got the first serve here. Yep.
So it will be Katie Mull to start things off here. Live and free right here on the OH Report. We want to welcome everybody in on Facebook and YouTube. Let us know where you're watching. Give us some shout-outs, and we'll shout you out as well.
Okay, so Northmor has their setter in the front row, so I really like to see early and often that we're passing from middle so we can pull some blockers here. Let's see how we are passing.
And we are underway from the Castle.
Okay. Out of system from the outside. Roll. It's a little high. Good spot. Way to get the setter out of system there.
And the Golden Knights strike first. After a very nice rally by both, Maddie Blunk puts the Lady Knights on the board.
I can see that Northmor has done some scouting. They're in a rotational defense, so they're rotating their middle back all the way to the line. They're anticipating that outside hitter is going to go down the line. That was nice to see, some anticipation.
Freshman Lizzie Earlston with the serve, and she'll get another one, and that's miss-hit. Golden Knights up 2-0.
Let's see if she can take this little run in a bunch here. Short serve, just creeping
nicely
over.
Done.
That's a really, really good spot. Their setter's in the front row, and she's pulling up a back row person, or she is back row, so she's pulling up that setter and that hitter. So it's leaving that gap right in between zone 1 and zone 2.
Always love using the net to your advantage there on the serve.
Absolutely.
What
great
an answer.
Swing. That's a really, really great swing out of the middle.
Audrey Boughton, the senior, with the slap. Fredericktown will now get their first, well, their second serve of this match. With Grace Sipes this time.
I like that tempo out of the middle on her left shoulder a little bit. Keep her on her right shoulder. It's a good tempo. It's a good call.
Maggie Tuttle tried to get it inside the line, but just overhit it. It's 3-2.
Good read from the libero. It's a great read. Usually when you panic like that, you're a when in doubt, stick it out. Hopefully, that's what we call
it.
it.
When in doubt, stick it out.
When in doubt, stick it out. And she held off. She wanted it, and she just held off on that.
Reagan Swihart to serve. She was one of the many bright pieces of last year's district semifinal squad.
It's a really great swing.
Lindsay Beauchart with the kill. It's 4-3. Taking a look up on the banners, Northmor 5 straight sectional championships for the squad, starting from 2016 and going to last year. We'll see if they can add to that this season. Nice
That's
serve.
A great serve receive ball. Got that single block. Up quick.
Nice position there by Jillian Boughton.
I really like their block setup. They're where they're supposed to be defensively. I like to see them take a step to their right, so they're on the outside edge of that block. So I feel like they're standing right behind that blocker, so they can see it a little bit better. Great decision behind. Great decision behind. Tuttle on the kill. That was really nice. Inside, making that setter move and play some defense.
Maggie Tuttle gives the Lady Knights the lead back. It's 5-4. Emily Zager.
It's a tough serve.
Oh, my. Lindsay Beauchart once again with some authority to that one.
I'm thinking this is going to be a swing out tonight. Who can hit the ball the hardest is what I'm foreshadowing
Those are
here.
the matches that you like, because that'd be your type of game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Julia Partington serving.
It's a great decision. Good set to the outside. Oh, it's a good swing. That was really good tempo.
Lexi Wenger that time had the hard hit. She saw on the Hot Shot secret replay. Tonight's replay sponsor. 6-5 Lady Knights here early on, first set.
It's a great pass. I would run the middle here. Yep.
Boughton once again, the younger one.
I realized that. I'm like, wait a second right here. There's two of them.
Both basketball players as well as a couple of other players. We had their tournament game last year.
Wow, that was beautiful. Wow, I love, and maybe I've been saying this for the other two games that I've done so far this season, but we pass for middles. We want to hold that middle. The more we establish the middle early in a match, they're going to be better off, and Northmore's doing that right now, making them honor the middle. And serving out, just long.
So that back corner was open for Wenger. She just overhit it.
She's looking for those last 3 to 5 feet of the court, which every server should be when they're going back to serve. But, again, after you have that great kill, we got to try to keep those serves in, keep your momentum going so we can keep her in the front row.
And that one drops.
Chloe Keene going back to serve. She's had 2 back-to-back really good kills, good location. Even if that last one was off the top of the block, she saw that it was right there. It's a pretty good hybrid serve.
There's an ace. That's
really hard cross court.
And I think that would have been inside the line as well if it wasn't even touched. That was kind of a, I guess you would say a slider in baseball because it was going away from her.
Absolutely, and maybe I'm just not. When I used to serve, I could never. You're supposed to toss with the hand that you hit with, and I could never figure it out. So when she does that, I'm like, that's very impressive because I can't do that. She tosses with her right to hit with her right.
Yeah, Chloe Keene has been impressive thus far.
Absolutely.
Wasn't used as much last season because they had so much depth, but she's really showing off this far this season in her 5th game. Katie Mull to serve.
In system, run that middle. Yep. Little low. I'd like to see her go behind because they've established that middle in the middle. And if you look across the net for Fredericktown, they have – it's Audrey. Audrey, you're going to say it for me.
Boughton.
Boughton. I'm gonna get it right. They have her in the middle. I would really like them to see to go behind because they've got really big girls in the middle. Yep, the middle and the outside right now.
Yeah, I think that block went out.
Just shy. That was a good tool.
Take a look at the replay here.
Just out.
Yep, just out.
Just out. Dropping those hands back to zone 6. Still good block set up. Oh, unlucky. That's the worst feeling.
Earlston with the point.
All right. So they got 2 points. Let's see if they can stretch this lead about 2 or 3 more.
Cross court this time.
That's a good spot. In system. Oh.
Good effort, but
unlucky.
Just couldn't get it.
I think there was a little bit of a panic play there. They were expecting her to swing. She swung so far every attack that she's had so far. She's been swinging, so it was nice to see her change it up a little bit. They were expecting her to hit that ball and just kind of caught her off guard a little bit.
Sipes to serve.
A little tight.
Swihart.
Great swing. Whew. She snuck that in there.
And for those of you that watched Northmore last year, this is what she does. She gets it up there, and even if it's mishit a little bit, she's still able to get it over the net.
She's keeping it in. She's keeping it alive, which is her responsibility. Sometimes it's not there, and you just kind of got to make something out of it. There we go.
What is that?
It's a yummy.
There's your yummy ball.
I love my yummies.
Lexi Wenger.
Again, I say a point is a point is a point. Doesn't matter how you get it.
But Swihart really taking over as like one of the leaders. Julianne Kincaid last year, the graduate of Northmore, really, her and Swihart were the 1-2 punch. So this is Swihart's team this year.
Again,
Nicely
that's a great
placed.
location.
Maggie Tuttle with the point, and it's a 4-point lead now for the Lady Knights.
I feel like everything I've been saying so far leading up to the games, it's a serve and pass game, serving and serving aggressive. You're establishing your middles early and often, and they're aiming for the last 3 to 5 feet of the court. Northmore is doing everything they can to set themselves up for success in this first set. They're scrappy. Oop. Keeping the setter out of system.
Mishit.
The middles are working extremely hard to get back to slot. Unlucky, just a little off balance.
Fredericktown there with the block. Back to a 3-point lead. Sipes.
Let's see if they
Boughton serves.
Let's see if they can get out of this real quick. That's a really tough serve.
That was really
She's going
low.
back to her. 4. Yep. Maybe a little too quick. Give her a little bit more time, but still, that's a really impressive ball. That's coming low and flat across the net.
She'll get another chance to do that here. Fredericktown trailing by 2. We have a shoe tying timeout.
She's trying to ice her. I used to do that all the time. My mom would be like, tie your shoe.
Don't give away the tip,
Oh.
the secrets. It worked.
It worked. My mom would look at me and she would just point down at my foot. I'm like, okay, time to tie my shoe. We just need to cool her off a little bit before she goes back to the serve.
We need to get you and your mom on a call.
It could be really dangerous. That could be real. It would be hilarious. It would be dangerous.
That serve too far. Bobby and Mackenzie. Bobby, it's out there. If you'd like to, give us a call. Let us know.
Honestly, I think that you really would enjoy it because, when you don't coach, you just kind of want to go in and get your gym fix a little bit. So I think games like this, especially with Northmore, Fredericktown, I think she would really be excited to come in and do some games. I might try to talk her into one or two of them. They're in system. Great ball.
Oh, nice effort to save it.
Ooh, long. Ooh, that was close. She did my when in doubt, stick it out. I think she touched that. She has a guilty look on her face.
Well, let's take a look.
Let's take a look because it looks a little guilty.
I don't know. I didn't see the ball move when she went for the swipe, so she might have whiffed.
That's either a guilty face or thank God I didn't touch that face.
Yeah.
Okay, in system. Let's see if they can run. They're going to the outside.
That's
a great play. It's a bang bang. Going up high.
Finally, on the third block, they get the point. Fredericktown just sticking with that block as well. Multiple chances there for Northmore. Couldn't get it.
They're hanging in right now. Their front row is really big right now, so I would hope as a setter, she's looking across the net and seeing your mismatches. So who has the best opportunity to score right here quickly?
Oh, and I don't know if she jumped too early and
She was
threw her off.
She was a little early. She drifted a little bit, but I would like to see. I don't know if she runs behind her. She goes off of a slide off of 1 foot. If she's a basketball kid, it usually comes pretty naturally, but I would like to see her go off one behind. Because, again, she's early again. She's early.
And just like that, we're tied up at 16. You see that multiple times. You think a timeout should come to calm them down, or you would let them play?
Well, you have a miss serve, or, sometimes you just get a little frustrated. You're going to your go-to kid because you expect, okay, one and done, she'll get you out of that situation. If that point would have gone to Fredericktown, I would have called the timeout. But honestly, it depends on how your kids respond. If they need 1 or 2 or 3 points to respond, that's fine, but you don't want them to lose that energy and momentum that they had when they were swinging well.
Oh,
it's a great
nice
spot.
touch.
It's a great spot right over the block. I like to see her jump for that a little bit, but she had that defense froze.
You saw her kind of winding up for that, brought the hitter closer to the line, and it opened up that spot.
Open up that donut.
Oh,
swing
my.
high.
Reagan Swihart.
She's swinging high, she's swinging hard, she's swinging fast because she's got 2 big blockers pulling from the middle and pulling from the right. And she's going high cross court and hoping for fingers and hoping for hands. Ooh, and she's short. I think her toss is a little bit high, and she's going a little bit early. I like to see her toss a little bit lower, go a little bit faster, which is usually the opposite of what I tell a kid. But I think she's just going a little too high on that toss. Let's see if Northmore can respond here. They can side out and get to 20 quickly.
Mull to serve.
It's a great in-system pass.
There's Swihart. Even though it wasn't the perfect set for her, she was able to adjust and get it across the net.
She is doing her job. She is doing her role. And do you know what, honestly? The setter is working with the best that they can do, and sometimes it's just not there. So what do? You adjust in the air. You keep yourself open to the setter, and she saw she could sneak that in cross-court right into zone 4, and they were hiding behind the blocker. Defense was.
There's an ace. But with Swihart as a setter even, you got to feel good to have somebody like that on the other end, because even if you do miss hit just a little bit, you know she can, she
absolutely,
can have your back.
I know when I was in high school, and especially when I was in college, the setters know, like, okay, Ken, it's not always going to be there, so sometimes you just got to make something out of it. It's not always going to be perfect.
Back-to-back aces, and now Northmore's 4 points away from a set victory. And we got a timeout by the Freddies.
Absolutely. These are moments in practice where you test yourself. You give you're scrimmaging your JV team, you're scrimmaging your second kids. You're like, okay, the score's 20-20 or it's 22-21, and you play these games. You put yourselves in these game-like situations for these moments right here. So I like to see them come out. They're trying to ice her with this serve. You see her taking a moment, taking a second to breathe, and these kids are locked in and focused to what's going on. I don't see Northmore. There's no fear in their eyes. They are ready to go. I like to see Fredericktown step up right here. They got 8 seniors. Let's see if some of this seniority and their presence out on the court can carry them and try to get them back to even here.
Quick look at the KMAC standings. Fredericktown, Cardington, Lincoln, Centerburg all atop at 1-0. Northmore 1-1. East Knox 0-1. Danville 0-2. Mount Gilead yet to have a conference game. And a team that is no longer on this standings sheet, Highland, who is now in the MOAC, the constant state-ranked regional champion squad that just runs ruckshot through the KMAC, no longer in the KMAC.
There we go. That's a beautiful tip over the block by Audrey Boughton.
You got it right
I'm
first time.
Boughton. I'm just going to put an extra W there. Great spot. She attacked that ball high, and saw Donut was wide open.
Nice ball.
They've run that one ball to the setter extremely well. I would like to see those middle blockers up soon and faster. I've noticed when that setter's going to set that one, she takes a little bit, she crouches a little bit because she knows she's going to set them. I like to see Fredericktown pick up on that a little bit more and be faster over the net because they're right on top of that block.
A little bit of a miss hit, but they were able to get the free ball over.
What? Lit?
They're calling they said it hit her off the elbow, and I thought it did hit her on the arm.
Yeah, it hit her on the arm, but okay.
I'm not that into what the whole.
I didn't think that was a lift. I didn't. So a lift is when you kind of come you come underneath it and you use your palm essentially to do that. And I didn't think that was a lift. And here is the seniority here. Audrey Boughton going back. She's doing her job with her responsibility. She's going low and fast over the net with that serve, and she's fighting to get them back to even here. 1 to even.
Audrey with a chance to tie here, and she does. Wow, what a serve.
That is a great serve.
22 all, first to 3, win by 2 now.
Oh, take advantage of that. She took a little off. Ooh. They're in system to the outside. Great swing. Ooh. Cardington's not rolling over to they're not Cardington. You just said Fredericktown. Ladies, I'm so sorry. Fredericktown, you're both red. They're not rolling over and dying today.
Well, since Northmore's going to take a timeout, I'll let you take a timeout to recollect your thoughts as well. But Fredericktown, big run here. They have the lead now, 2 points from the set.
Absolutely, and Audrey's doing everything she's supposed to be doing. This is the senior. This is their, I don't want to say heart and soul because I don't know their dynamic on their team, but it shows that she is a leader by her presence on the court, how she communicates with the other members on her team. Nothing's phasing her. She is ready to go back in. Remember, toughen in. You don't have to be the hero here. You have all the momentum. They're trying to ice you. Just go back and keep this ball in here. and let's see if they can close out in 2 points here.
Out of the timeout, Fredericktown still with the serve. Can Northmor now answer?
It's a great serve, a yummy. Oh, good defense. Swinging high.
Nice save.
She's working hard.
And Fredericktown gets the point.
In this situation here, I really liked how their setter, when we call it changing the flow of the game, or we change direction, and she relied on her right side. She's been a little quiet tonight, hasn't given her a lot of opportunity, but she went back and she trusted her to keep that ball in and put it away at the end.
Set point for Fredericktown.
It's a great set. It's a great swing, just that's big kid.
And that, nope. The ref, the second time the ref
over.
said.
Yep. She's back row, it's true. That's a tough call. That's a tough call.
Ref got excited there, called the wrong side for a second, but like you said, can't do that. Now Northmor with a chance to tie. Fredericktown still with a set point, and they get it. So Fredericktown comes back and pulls off the 25-23 victory to start things off here. We're going to take a break. You're watching Girls High School Volleyball live and free on the OH Report.
Morrow County Hospital, along with Ohio Health, is the official sports medicine provider of Northmor High School. Available 24/7 to care for your athlete with same-day appointment options available. We keep your athletes healthy and in the game. Morrow County Hospital and Ohio Health are proud to partner with Northmor High School to provide a healthier community, serving teams, parents, and all of Morrow County.
So Fredericktown takes set one, 25-23 for a 1-0 lead here in the match. Looking at the Facebook and YouTube comments, already have some comments down here. Callie Parlett with some emojis. Dora Brown, go Northmor. Dana Dilly, go Lady Knights. Regina Sipes, guessing there's some relation to Grace Sipes. Good luck to the Freddies from South Carolina.
Oh.
Go Gracie. Teresa Murphy, go Lady Knights. Angie Evans, go Knights. Ryan Deal, go Knights. And Sherry Thompson, go Freddies. As for the YouTube comments, Trevor Jobs, go Freddies. Ben Mass says go Freddies as well. So thank you all for watching live and free on our Facebook and YouTube channels. Make sure to continue to comment. Let us know where you're watching from. Get some shout outs. We'll give you a shout out in between the sets. But Mackenzie,
yes,
you're Northmor in that break. You just kind of blew a decent lead to finish things out. You lost the first set. What do you say to the girls to get them calm, cool, collected for the second set?
Me as a fiery person, as a coach, I'm a little irritated because you're like, we practice this all the time. We're up 4 points. But, hey, it's early in the season. There is some youth on the team, but there are some leaders and leading by example. If I'm looking at their body language right now, I don't see down faces. That's why we play 5 games. Okay, that's why we have to win. We have to best play 2 out of 3. So you know what? I think they reset. They realize, okay, when we get to this point in the match, we have got to be. I think they lost their ability to put the ball where it needed to be offensively. They had a couple errors at the end, hitting errors that kind of hurt them. So I think they adjust and they move forward.
Underway here in set number 2, and it will be a free
ball.
ball.
Bang, bang play. Let's see if they use their hands here. Just a little out of system.
Nice rally once again to start the second set, just like the first.
Keeping that setter out of system.
Swihart gets it over.
Seeing the court really well. That's a good spot in the corner.
And Fredericktown gets the point.
So we can see here they're running what we call in volleyball like a rotational defense. I just don't see how it works is this left front pulls entirely off to the 10-foot line, and that left back has got to get that deep 5-ball cover, that deep cross-court shot. She just wasn't quite there. I think she's seeing it. She's just stuck a little bit. That's a great swing.
There's Swihart.
She saw a seam in that block, and she said, not today. That's a great swing.
So just got some updated roster. Chloe Keene actually a freshman.
Freshman?
Yes. Riley Younker's a senior. Maddie Blunk, she's a junior. So a couple corrections there. But, yeah, Keene, she was pivotal early on for Northmore, getting points as a freshman, too.
And that's where I saw the youth a little bit. She was a little bit early. I'm like, oh, man. And do you know what? I attribute that totally to youth. She's seeing the court well, so that's not the problem. Just the execution piece isn't quite there yet, but that's going to come with experience throughout the season.
I thank Athletic Director Blade Tackett for bringing me that up right now.
Great swing.
Oh.
Great swing.
Kincaid gets the Lady Knights the point. We're tied at 2.
I'm seeing this Fredericktown block. They're a little hesitant because I don't think they're, serving as tough as they can be because they're able to establish that middle super, super quick. They have either got to serve a little bit tougher, make it easier on their middles, or their middles have got to be up faster. They've got to be up with that middle.
Miscommunication there. And it's 3-2 Northmore.
Okay, so this is their opportunity where they can turn this around and say, okay, we got to go on a really, really good run here, gain some momentum, and see if we can put the pressure back on Fredericktown.
Emily Zager with the serve.
All the way to the pin. She's there in that rotational defense. Still being offensive even out of system. That's good to see. That's a double.
Free ball over the Northmore. Wenger.
Swinging high.
Swihart back over inside the line.
She has been super, super aggressive tonight. You know, sometimes when things are crazy and things are out of control, you just want to kind of steady it, give your defense time to reset. Northmore has not done that at all. They're like, we are going to attack you with every single point that we can and keep you out of system.
And the composure as well, because that just came right back at her instantly.
Oh,
she
absolutely.
knew exactly what to do. Right back on the other side, Fredericktown with the point.
They're getting caught a little bit behind the block and middle back. She's not watching, but I think because that block is not completely sealed from the outside, she's not entirely sure where she should be. I think if she just believes in herself and takes a half a step up in that seam, she can get that ball.
Swihart.
Out of the back row. That's a really good spot, making her play defense.
Oh, what a swipe there by Beauchart.
Absolutely. And again, she has done such a great job offensively tonight for Northmore. I would like to see them they're still getting stuck a little bit behind that block. They've got to see some daylight so they can step into that seam.
Wenger too long.
Starting to go a little bit here. I let them go 1 or 2 more before I call a timeout, but again, they're not passing for middles. This is an opportunity to work Chloe Keene into their offense and run a 1 or a 3 ball, make this middle move a little bit. This would be a time where I would force it or go to the pin. Okay. I see what she's thinking, trying to switch the flow of the game. Going back here. Great block touch. Great block setup.
So we're tied up 5-5 here in the second set here on the J&F Construction scoreboard. Fredericktown up 1-0 in the match. Northmore with service.
So what I'm seeing right now is Northmore's running what we call a 4-2. So they're having, technically, they have 2 setters, but they're allowing them to set. 1 setting in the front row and 1 is setting out of the back row.
Beauchart once again throws it down.
It's a good block setup, and now that I know that Chloe is a freshman, I don't want to make this as a bad thing. I'd like to see her, as aggressive she is on the hitting front, volleyball, especially when you're young, teaching girls to block aggressively, going and getting the ball, not shying away from it. I'd like to see her get a little bit more aggressive because her hands are there. I think that she's not afraid. I think she's just not pressing quick enough or fast enough, and she's just missing that ball by half a second.
Bit of a miss hit,
yeah,
but it still drops.
She's really excited to hit that 1 ball. She's going a little early, I think, like when she was in warm-ups and she was waiting on that pass and letting it cross over her shoulder, then taking her approach. She's going to really do some damage later in the season if she waits. Great serve.
There's an ace.
There's that serve and pass game right there. She's going after whoever's in zone 4. So everybody's pulled off right now. They have 5 receivers technically without their setter. So she's trying to get that left side out of that serve reception pattern so she can't serve. Just a little long.
So we're tied once again, 7-all.
Okay, so we're at 7. Let's see if they're either going to go on a run. They've got split hitters right now in the front row, so this is really going to make this middle work. We're catching the missed serve disease. Let's see if Chloe can go back and just keep this ball toughen in, give her team an opportunity to take a deep breath, and get them to 10.
Keene starting all the way back towards the wall here. Get a good run up.
Good serve. They're in system. I'm watching.
Free ball.
Uses here.
Swihart got
Great
it inside
swing.
the line.
That is a great swing. That's a really, really big block, but she's waiting on that ball. She's taking a really big approach, and I feel like when you're up like that, it kind of reminds me of when you play and you're up and you have timed it so perfectly you can see the entirety of the court, and she's crossing her body going down the line with that ball.
Cross court this time.
They're out of system. Let's use this free ball.
Doesn't get across, so Northmore again, a 3-0 run. We'll see if they can sustain it this time in the second set.
Absolutely. And you know what? I don't want to say I don't remember the first set, but you don't see a change in their attitude or their demeanor. They've picked themselves back up. Chloe's doing a great job on the end line with this serve.
Got
They're
the
doing
block.
Great block touches, which makes it better for them to play. There we go.
Wenger, beautiful touch. And that was more Fredericktown thinking that was out, but she just tucked it inside the line, and it's now a 4-0 run for the Lady Knights.
And I got to give Maggie Tuttle some really, really good props there because she's touching every single thing. She is an aggressive blocker. She's giving her defense opportunities to turn into kills with those block touches. Great block.
Blocked.
Oh, that was such beautiful dynamic movement right there. She was up. She was pressed across the net. She's doing a modified swing block, so she's not dropping her hands all the way. She has a really, really strong core, and she was turning that back into zone 6.
And Boughton, who tried to hit that as hard as she could, kind of went down to the ground there, holding onto her leg, but she seems fine now. Northmore with another chance to add on.
Okay, they're out of
collision.
Just a little out of system there. Not sure if she would have gotten that a little bit more in front of the 10-foot line, but, you know, she's trying to make a scramble play.
Swihart tried to get to it, but Riley Junker kind of stepped in her way, allowed it to drop. So Freddies get the point, and they get the serve.
Let's see what they can do here. Okay, they're out of system. That's a great swing.
Swihart with the cross.
We've been hearing her name a lot tonight on the defensive end, on the serving end, offensive being blocking and swinging tonight. She's done a really, really good job in being a go-to player for their team, and, you know, in system, out of system, their setter feels really comfortable giving her the ball just to keep it alive for them tonight.
There's an ace.
Serve.
Kind of a knuckler there, but
she was
Earlston gets the point.
She was aiming for that last 5 feet of the court. She kind of cuffed her at the end. That could have been going out, but I think that there was so much movement on that ball that it just hit her right at the right spot in time. She didn't have time to move.
Kind of knuckled at her.
And she changed positions to go down the line and attack that part of the court. There she is again, up high. She's trying to touch every ball, working hard to get back to 10.
Swihart through the block and down.
That's a great swing.
And timeout, Fredericktown. So Northmore with its largest lead of the set, 6 points. 7 points, I can't add right now. Anyway, it's 15-8. I want to take this chance to thank our sponsors, Morrow County Hospital, Hot Shot Secret, and J&F Construction. Thank you all for allowing us to bring you tonight's match live and free on the OH Report Facebook and YouTube channels. And as always, if you want to watch the replay, you can do that as well free on our Facebook and our YouTube channels. And I want to also remind you that just underway at the Cub Cave, St. Peter's taking on Lucas in Mid-Buckeye Conference play. So once this match is done, switch on over on the YouTube or just scroll up on our Facebook feed and you'll be able to get that one. Garrett Parlett and Storm Blunchley on the call. But back here, Northmore looking to add on.
Maggie Tuttle touching a ton of balls tonight. Oh, my gosh, she's touching everything. They're in system.
Swihart.
They're in the net there.
I think that went off the head of a Fredericktown player.
Okay, they're in system here. Let's see if they can work their middle in. Yep.
But just out.
just long. And do what Maggie Tuttle, she's working super, super hard tonight as a middle. Well, I played it for a hot minute in high school. You run around like a chicken with your head cut off trying to touch balls, and like that's your payday. And she wanted that really bad. I think their middles are still just a little bit early, so when they're finishing their swing, they're leaning back. They wait a half a second longer, and they're forward. That ball's going right down, right in that back 5 corner.
Swihart
Great
off
swing.
the block.
She sees the court so, so, so well. She saw that left hand was hers for the taking, tooling off the block, and that was my thing in college. My coach would get so mad. He's like, are you going to just swing? I'm like, no, why would I do that? I can just tip off the block. That's a great way to see the court. Side.
That ball long, and you heard immediately when she hit that, 3 girls on the Northmore sideline yelling
They're
out.
up. They're totally up. Their sideline is engaged. They want good things for one another. They are totally aware of what's going on at any given point in time.
Nice
Out.
cross shot, but just out. Take a look at that one more time.
That was close. And if
It
you
was
see
close.
on that replay, their setter, she's there, but she's creeping to her left. She's creeping to her left and having to go back to her right. Rule of thumb, when you're on the left side playing defense, you want to be on the outside left side of the block. When you're playing a defense on the right, you want to be on that outside right corner of the block so she can see everything.
And guess who on the ace?
That's
Reagan Swihart.
my girl Reagan. She's killing it tonight.
Northmore up 10.
A little long. Going on a great run for them right there. Let's see if they can side out. Take a deep breath and close this out in 5 points.
So the Lady Knights up by 9, a little bit more of a comfortable lead than they had the first set.
Still trying to stay in system. Back row block. Oh, I thought it was a back row attack a little bit. She looked like she was going to tip that.
They said the Fredericktown player all the way over the net when she hit it.
She was over, but I think she was going for that tip. But then she realized, oh, God, I'm back row. I can't do that. It's your whole, okay, I'm going to turn my guilty face away, and I'm just going to take my point and run.
That's just somebody who wants to be in the play.
Absolutely.
Ooh, almost a miss hit. That's a double hit,
That's
so
4
Northmore
point.
gets the point.
Okay, so I got Maggie Tuttle going back line. She is a senior. She's their middle blocker, so let's see if she can find her zone. Her coaches are giving her zone on the end line. Take a deep breath and just toughen in. Okay, they're in system here behind. It's a great when in doubt, stick it out play.
Off the block and out.
So sometimes it's great to have height, and other times it stinks because when you're swinging high and sometimes your block's not right there, and these undersized outsides, they can't hit the ball straight down. They've got to find some edges to go off of, and Northmore, both of their outsides have taken advantage of that tonight. So in system, back to her on the outside.
Nice cross court shot there.
Yep. So I'd like to pull Reagan. I'd like her to put her left foot on that left sideline, and she's going to dig balls all day long.
Fredericktown needs a run here, but a big miss hit. And the Lady Knights now 2 points away from taking set 2.
I feel like the energy they have right now, it's like, you know what, they're walking out like that first set was a fluke. It was a mistake. That was on us. We weren't doing our job, and we weren't following our game plan that our coach was trying to tell us. And I think in this second set, they have really kind of put the foot down on the gas, and they're ready to go. Oh, a yummy.
Oh.
Great swing.
And you could say she ate that up.
That was good. I like that pun. That was very nice.
Blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while, I'll tell you that. Northmore with set point. A bunch of set points. They're
Way to say a
13
bunch.
away.
We can take the math out of that one. Just they got a lot of opportunities. There she is. She heard me. Saying outside that block.
Wenger across court. Kept up.
They're out of system. Let's see if they can use it right here. Okay, a little out of system. Let's see what we can do.
Again. It's still
Great
up. Do we get a
touches.
free ball? We do.
Okay, in
play
system
on.
here. Let's see if we get a good cover.
Oh, what a setup. What a way to finish.
I love the energy from Chloe Keene at the end. That's the youth, but that's the excitement we've been waiting to see all night tonight.
So that'll do it for set 2. We're all knotted up, 1 set apiece. We're going to take a break. Be back with set number 3, live and free on the OH Report.
Morrow County Hospital, along with Ohio Health, is the official sports medicine provider of Northmore High School. Available 24/7 to care for your athlete with same-day appointment options available. We keep your athletes healthy and in the game. Morrow County Hospital and Ohio Health are proud to partner with Northmor High School to provide a healthier community, serving teams, parents, and all of Morrow County.
Back here at the Castle, we are tied. One set apiece, 25-23 Fredericktown in the first, 25-11 Northmor here in the second. Travis Berardi alongside the one that knows volleyball. She's played it in college and high school. She's an All-Ohioan, Mackenzie Weaver. Mackenzie, big bounce back by Northmor. But before we get your take, let's take a look at some shout-outs. The Upper Sandusky Rams athletic boosters go Freddie's way to end that first set. Brian Weaver, Mackenzie Weaver is the GOAT.
Jesus, my God.
Brian,
Dad.
how you doing, buddy?
Oh, my God. I'm never going to live that down. He's going to give me a full recap after the game's over.
And I believe we might have a couple fans watching from in here. Try and get some shout-outs on the YouTube. Hey, give a wave. Nice to see you guys. But nonetheless, about to start set number 3. Now Mackenzie, great bounce back by Northmor. It looked like it made them more mad than flustered, and they really took it out on their play.
Absolutely. And you can see the resiliency in coaching and the level-headedness that they have to have on their shoulders to bounce back from that. Like that I think sometimes it is, I would rather get blown out than get beat by 2. I know the feeling where it's just kind of like, oh, like we lost by 2 points. And you think of, oh, if we would have done this right, we would have had 2 points, we would have won the game. But, they internalized, they executed at an extremely high level. And what I've been saying all season, it was a serve and pass game. They passed extremely well, served extremely well. They had a couple missed serves here and there, but they were aggressive missed serves going long, which is I would rather see them go long than clip the net and come short. They were offensively passing for their middles, so they gave so many opportunities to their outside hitters to hit the ball when you establish your middles early and often. And Chloe Keene and Megan Tuttle have done a great job tonight. They've been a little bit early when they've been going to approach, but I think that's a timing thing, and it's still early in the year. And they have touched so many balls on the block, which is super, super important with as offensive as Fredericktown has been tonight as well.
Speaking of Fredericktown, the Freddies will serve to start. Maul with service, and we are underway in set 3, tied at a set apiece.
Up quick.
And Swihart, once again, that led to the point.
She's swinging high and she's swinging hard. I'm not I am not sure how tall she is, but I think she's probably about average size between 5'7" to 5'10". She's working extremely hard to find edges on the block, which is super, super hard with as big as the middle blockers are for Fredericktown tonight. They're out of system. Let's see what they can do. That's a great ball from the libero.
Oh.
That is a great ball. Wow.
Nice save by Fredericktown. Nope, they're going to say she went under, so Northmor gets the point.
I don't know if there's any liberos or there's any defensive people watching tonight. When liberos take this ball out of system, you've got to give your hitters enough time to clear outside the court so you're about even with the uprights, and it's about 5 feet in the court. She had so many options to hit there. It was beautiful.
And an ace.
It's a great serve. They've been serving their butts off tonight. Number 17, Lizzie Earlston. Girl, if I butchered your name, I'm so sorry.
I think that's right.
Absolutely. She has served so well tonight. Low and fast. Okay, in system here. Way to follow that into deep 1. And she's going for that kill. The outside.
Nice swing there by Sipes. Puts Fredericktown on the board here in set 3.
That's a really good swing, and they're running that, again, I'll say that rotation system. So that libero has immediately released down the line, and I think she just got caught a little off guard in zone 5, who was supposed to be there for that ball. Good swing, way to be up and quick. She was trying to cut and make a decision.
That one's set up by Maggie Tuttle. It's 4-1, and here comes Swihart to serve.
Let's see how long of a run she can take them on. Great serve, out of system. Got to do something with it here.
Oh, nice swing, though. Lindsay with the kill.
Right where she's supposed to be, just didn't get her hips around the ball all the way, so she's there. I don't think next time she won't make that error next time. She's hungry. She wants that ball down the line. Okay, a little out of system here.
A little bit short, so Fredericktown now with 3 straight.
Yep, this is a time where, okay, you got to settle in. This is where you got to pass for middles. We have to get a super, super good 3 pass so she can run all 3 options on the court right here. That was close.
Just outside.
Pretty confident, so they knew it was out. It was close. So
Swihart looked right over at Coach Lehman, who was staying right there. He's, no, don't go for that.
No, when in doubt, stick it out here. Keep your hands to yourself.
Free ball to Northmor, and it's over. Hit. Lady Knights back in the lead by 3.
I would really like to see for Fredericktown, they're number 10. She's in the front row right now. I would like to see her use her hands. This will first speed up her offense, and there's less chance of an error when you're using your hands that close to the net to make that ball. Good
nice swing.
Swinging high, trying to take their setter, Lizzie Earlston, out of the defense right there, so she can't take that second ball. Let's see if Fredericktown can gain some momentum here, try to test Northmor, or we're going to see if Northmor is pretty resilient from that second set and how they're going to continue the rest of the match.
Julia Partington to serve. She's a sophomore.
Great pass, great swing.
And it's so fluid there because she
Beautiful.
starts her swing as the set's coming up and she just comes down on it.
Absolutely. So she's got to see this ball. That was a beautiful pass. They were passing for middles there, but she's trying to find, okay, this ball is crossing my shoulder. I need to approach now, and the setter has got to be able to see her out of the corner of her eye to get that ball right in her hand as she wants to hit.
How long does it take you to get in sync with a setter that way to where the ball's not even in her hands yet and you're going up for that spike because you know it's going to be there?
Well, honestly, how fast that tempo is, that takes a lot of trust in a person, but it's nice that they're able to run that in serve receive because it's such a good pass. You usually only see that in free balls. So that takes a lot of trust in the middle and a lot of trust in your setter that she's going to be there.
Oh,
first attack.
Caught off guard, but Fredericktown still gets the point out of it.
That's an emotional boom boom play right there. That setter, that was the first time that I've seen Riley Yunker attack, it was so nice that she saw that. Just a little unlucky at the end there.
Okay. Can they get it over? That's outside the antenna, so they can't. That's an ace.
I would take a timeout in the next point. If they don't side out here, I would see Coach Lehman trying to call a timeout. This is an opportunity for Fredericktown to go on a good run here.
Almost a miss hit. Was that tip? No,
I thought I saw a little touch. See, the assistant coach and I were calling for touch too. Yep. Lehman doesn't want to call a timeout. I can tell he's like, okay, let's see if we can. This is a moment. This is a teaching moment. Can they work through some adversity? Oh.
Double hits, and now we're tied up.
Timeout.
And there's the timeout. So Fredericktown with a bit of a run thanks to some Northmor mistakes, but nonetheless it's points, and we're tied at 8 here, tied at 1 set apiece.
And you know, Lindsay Beauchart, she's done a really, really good job of, I don't think in the second set they didn't have much going on the offensive end, so this is her opportunity right here to go on her nice little run. She's serving low, she's serving fast, she's serving to gaps into spaces. She's not serving right at people, and if she is serving at somebody, she's trying to hit them high or she's trying to make them take a couple steps forward and get them off balance. So right now, Northmor is super scooched up so they can use their hands. They're out of system here. I like to see that go to an outside hitter. That's a little bit more aggressive out of the back row. Yeah, so right now, Northmor, they aren't able to run. They're not in system at all. So they're giving a lot of opportunities away right now by not being able to run all their hitters. It's a really, really good spot for Chloe. She's got to get herself in a situation where she can run from 10 feet even if the ball serves short. It's a great pass. There it is. Okay, back to the outside.
And Fredericktown continuing their run. They're up 11-8.
I feel like this is a moment, especially with some teams when you've been down, it's like no matter what you do, they're going to find a way to get a point. And that's the energy that I'm feeling from Fredericktown right now. And there's Riley Swihart to that zone 1 corner. That's been her hot spot all night.
Swihart finally killing that run. And now we will see if Lexi Wenger can help get Northmore back to even. She cannot. Into the net.
Okay, this is a teachable moment for, I think, anybody watching, how the momentum in volleyball can really change on a dime here. And that missed serves are a disease, and you can catch it, and it will go back and forth. Both teams have been missing some serves tonight. I like to see them settle in here. Let's see what Chloe Keen's got on the end line.
Oh, using the net to her advantage again as you take a look at the replay.
Trickling over.
Just so much force at it that it forces the ball over the net and kills it down. Now Northmore with a chance to tie things up.
It's a good corner.
Free ball.
I think it's going back to her on the outside.
Swihart, this time it's collected. And off speed for the point.
We got the libero back in, so usually that's a libero. That's probably routine play for a libero. For a younger middle, that's kind of a little intimidating back there. She did a really good job of trying to get them to even, so let's see if Northmore can side out and push one to get back to even here in set 3. Okay, they're out of system to the back row. I would like to see them use Wenger in the back row instead of their libero. They're giving her a lot of opportunities, which isn't bad for a libero, but you see it's not as aggressive because they're able to use a more offensive weapon in the back row for Fredericktown in that situation, and I would like to see them do the same here for Northmore.
14-11 now the Freddies lead.
Out.
And another missed serve, so Northmore, once again, as we were a couple minutes ago, down 2, but they have the service.
That's about 3 missed serves and about 5 points. So I think this is about the time where they're about to settle down. They got Lizzie Earlston going back in here to serve. So let's see if she can kind of bring some intensity and some calmness to the court at the same time.
And they get the point.
You know, I think Reagan Swihart, she knows that setter's back row right now, but I think she's keeping her a little intimidated and keeping her a little honest because I felt like she was going to go tip there, and Reagan was right there to try to keep it on that side, and we miss another serve, ladies.
The virus is spreading.
Oh, my God, they're killing me, ladies. Toughen in, toughen in. It's a pandemic. It's a pandemic of missed serves.
I don't know if you can say that right now, though, with everything that's going on.
I love you all. That was a complete joke.
I know, yeah.
Please don't come for me, but we see missed serves. Oh, my sweet Lord God Almighty.
Oh, what a save.
Oh, you're going to call a lift.
But they call the lift. Referees don't care about effort. They don't because it's the rules.
I think if she would have had maybe a little bit more of a close fist, she could have gotten away with it. But I think at that point you let them play. Okay, keep it a little out of system. But let's see what she can do on the outside here. It's a good joust. Oh, trying to stay aggressive. Let's keep it 3 here.
Oh.
She's right there. She's right there, but gosh, Lindsay Bohart, she's swinging on that ball. She hits a heavy, heavy, heavy ball.
She's been doing that all night. She's been the opposite of Reagan Swihart for Northmore. Both of them just swinging. Now there's an ace. So Fredericktown up 4 with a chance to take a 2-1 lead if they can continue here.
I'm interested to see how our girl Audrey Boughton, I'm interested to see how she handles herself right back here. If she can get them within 2 points to 20 and push here. She's going for a jump serve now. It's just not happening. So we got Chloe Keen back in the front row. We got Megan Tuttle going back to serve. Let's see how many. I'd like to see Chloe be a little bit more offensive with the block right now and see what they can make happen. That's a really good serve.
And
it's a really good serve.
So back to a 2-point deficit. You'd like to at least get 1 more point here for Northmore.
Absolutely. Let's see how close we can get to even. And that was a really, really hard, that was a cross-court short zone 2 serve. And she did it again. That's a lift. Yep.
So did you call a timeout if you're Fredericktown, or do you let them play
I
one
call
more?
a timeout right now. This is a moment where, okay, you still have the momentum a little bit. You still have the energy on this side. That's just 1 point. But I would be calling a timeout right now because they had an ace, and then they had that awkward serve.
Free ball.
Way to use your hands.
For the tie. Stays up.
On the outside tip. Okay, this is a free ball moment. I like how they're using their
just out. So Fredericktown withstands that one, and they get possession up 2.
And you what, Northmore, they're honestly, they're really doing all the right things. Things aren't just connecting at the moment. They're trying to use their hands on the free ball. They're trying to keep their offense super, super fast to keep their middles moving for Fredericktown. It's just not happening at the moment.
Hardington. Nice passing, but it's
swing.
blocked.
When in doubt, stick it out, sweetie, with the one hand.
Wenger, it's dug up.
A little tight. Let's see a roll here. It's a free ball.
Off the block again, but they say it didn't hit a hand. It's a double. It's a 4 hits.
Mm-hmm. 4
and it's
hits.
2017.
I would be looking for a timeout and a point or two. But, you know, they're getting a lot of free balls. I just think still that first contact's not there. It's not that, okay, this is a free ball pass. I'm going to put it right on a dime. It's that they would be able to run their middles. That's a great serve-receive ball. Okay, out of system here. It's a free ball. Let's see what we can do with it. Good free ball. Good decision. Good decision.
And Northmore answers back to 2 points. It's 20-18.
And I don't know if anybody noticed that there, but when you especially have a free ball and you have a super active middle, it's super nice that they are pushing her a little bit more to zone 3, which is the middle of the court, instead of the typical setter slot where she's staying, because that makes their middle think that you're going to set to the outside and you're going to keep her off balance right there. It's a tough serve. They're out of system again. A little bit of a off-speed miss hit there in between zones 5 and 6. I don't think they were expecting that.
Not at all. Wide open spot there for her to put it down. And
she
it's
just
back to
rolled
3.
that right in there. I think she slipped it in between the seam of those 2 hitters.
4-point game. Almost an ace.
It's a good out-of-system ball. Still staying aggressive on the swing. I like to see that. Behind.
And it's long. 21-19.
This could be the momentum change and the boost that Northmore needs. Let's see the composure for both teams right about now and how they're going to respond. Way to be. Little low for her. I think they're going to the outside.
That's blocked up.
Great block touch
Save.
from Chloe Keene.
What
Great
a touch.
tip. That's a great boom play. Chloe Keene working super hard, reaching for the top of that block. I saw her reach a little bit with that right hand. Their libero in perfect spot where she needs to be, and their setter just putting that to that corner. She saw that libero release.
21-20. Can Fredericktown answer? They cannot. We're tied. And timeout, Fredericktown. Northmore just kept battling. They kept fighting, and finally they get the even at 21.
That's their composure on their home court. That was, okay, they have an experience. They have a seasoned kid going back to the end line to go in and serve. And, you know, their setter sees the court extremely well. She hasn't been super, like, when I say offensively active, I mean, she's been setting really good blocks, but on the offensive end, she is hitting 50% or 500 right now. She's had 2 attempts and 1 kill, so she's seeing that, seeing the libero release for Fredericktown and tipping that deep to zone 5.
21-21 your score. Fredericktown had it up to, I believe, 5 points midway through. They had it at 4 recently, but Northmore on a run ties things up at 21. They will serve.
I like the composure for Northmore. I can't tell if you couldn't tell that they were up by 20 or if they were up by 1. You could, or down by 1, or whatever score you want to put behind it, you can't tell.
Wenger to serve, and it's just long. Nice job by Fredericktown to allow that to go out.
A little bit of an ice right there. Just a smidgen long. She was, and do you know what, though? If you're going to miss, that was super, super close. She was aiming for the last 5 feet of the court, making that zone person in zone 1 work. It's a good high ball. Chloe Keene just really early, sweetie. She's just real early. She's wanting to hit that ball. Good touch. Wow, boom play.
Swihart off the block, stays up.
Free ball.
Oh, that was out.
Okay, let's see what they can do here.
Free ball back over.
Given their time to set up a block here. Great
Kept
touch.
Up.
Oh,
Ooh,
unlucky.
Nice job.
Unlucky.
Fredericktown back up 2.
Okay, this is an emotional moment right now. They think they're getting a little tense for Northmore. Let's see if they can respond right here with a pass. Great pass.
Over the Swihart, off the block and down. Fredericktown now with set point. They get 3 of those.
So their hitters are split right now. So she's got lots of opportunity, lots of decisions to make if they have a good pass.
And Northmore with the answer. That's the freshman Keene.
Chloe, I see she wants to go quick to the ball. She wants to be on top of the ball. That was a boom boom play, so she was able to swing quick through the ball here. Let's see if she can take a deep breath and go to the end line. This is a big moment for her. And she's able to respond.
That'll
This
be
is
a
an
free
out of
ball.
system. Okay. This is a not panic moment.
Swihart. Another
This is a good free ball moment. Good opportunity here.
Off the block, stays up.
Good coverage. Let's see if she can swing her way out of it. I like her staying aggressive.
Fredericktown for the set. Yes. So the Freddies answer with the 25-22 victory. A 4-1 run to finish out the set. We're going to take another break, be back with the 4th set. This game been as advertised thus far. You're watching high school volleyball live and free on the OH Report.
Morrow County Hospital, along with Ohio Health, is the official sports medicine provider of Northmor High School. Available 24/7 to care for your athlete with same-day appointment options available. We keep your athletes healthy and in the game. Morrow County Hospital and Ohio Health are proud to partner with Northmor High School to provide a healthier community, serving teams, parents, and all of Morrow County.
Back at the Castle, where Fredericktown now leads 2-1. First and third set victories at 25-23. Northmore with a 25-11 second set victory. Fredericktown 1 set away from taking this match. Travis Berardi alongside Mackenzie Weaver here. And Mackenzie, I mean, this one's been as advertised.
Absolutely. I have seen a lot of good volleyball tonight. I don't expect Northmore to roll over and just take it. I think they're ready to come out swinging. I think just the little things early in the season that break down, the communication piece, the not doing the volleyball specific play. So we're sending a lot of balls, keeping it in the back row. I'd like to see her keep, if they're out of system, try to give it to her outsides that are either in the back row or a good out of system ball. And, you know, I still think keep running your middles. The timing will come the more you run it. And I think just the serve and pass game at the end, if they improve that there, that this will still be an interesting game. Tough serve.
Underway here. Set 4, and what a flick.
She paused. She's like, I'm not leaving the net. That's coming really fast, and I don't want my setter to have to touch that ball.
Tuttle with the first point. Northmore up 1-0.
That's low and fast. That's really low.
Blocked down. Northmore with the first 2 points.
That was super good block set up right there. Shoulder to shoulder, hip to hip, going up at the same time. Hands were low and pressed into zone 6. Really low there.
Oh, and an ace. The friendly bounce through the net.
Those are the worst. Like like as a reserve receiver, you're like, you've got to be kidding me right now.
Although for the server, those are the best.
Those are like the, oh my God, like you jump to get it over moments. Great block touch from Megan Tuttle. And Riley Swihart, yep.
Reagan Swihart makes it 4-0. And like the last set, Northmore with a good start, but can Fredericktown, like set 3, bounce back?
And Riley Swihart is attacking. When I mean attacking, that 1-6 seam, she's hitting right over or right in between those two blockers on the outside.
And there's an answer.
And she's like, okay, that was really good, but I think I'm gonna do a good one too. That's what she was saying right there.
4-1 Northmore now. Set number 4.
Let's see what Katie Mull can do on the end line here. Keeping them out of system.
Oh, and a miss hit.
Okay, here we go. Let's see. So let's see if she can go on like a 3 or 4 point run here, or if it's going to be some composure from Northmore. It can turn that around. That's a good pass. Just wide, just wide.
4-3. So there's that answer.
Okay, that's a pretty good in-system ball to their middle. Oh, great swing. If there's any middles watching right now, watch this replay. She is open to her setter the entire time she's approaching to hit that ball. The setter was square to the pin. Oh my gosh, I wish I could put that in like a slow-mo video and use it for setters and middles. That was beautiful. Great serve receive, and that was a great serve. It's tight. Play. A little bit of a lift on the second ball. Yeah.
So Fredericktown gets the point. They're back to within 1 after a 4-0 start by Northmore. A 4-1 Fredericktown answer.
Okay, in system. Is she going to run her middle? Yep.
There for the block.
Is she going to get it? Oh, careful.
And into the stand, so Fredericktown ties things up.
And you know what, it was nice to see that Audrey Boughton, the first couple of sets, she kind of struggled to hang with those middles. Those middles for Northmore are really, really quick, and her hands were up and fast and really pressed over the net on that block. It's a good out-of-system ball.
That shot long, and Fredericktown gets their first lead of the 4th set, needing only 1 set more to win the match.
It's a really good pass. She changed it up.
Wenger
it's a great
with a
swing.
swipe.
That was long. Very nice. You know, I like this setter is super smart and she's super aware what's going on. You're like, okay, she struggled with that last ball in the middle. I'm going to use a really, really good 2-tempo ball to that outside. And she's trying to beat those blockers because those blockers are really, really big. They're out of system here. Let's see.
Free ball.
They can take that with they're trying to take it with their hands. I can see it.
Off the block. And unable to go over. Fredericktown with the lead again.
And, you know, I'm looking at Amanda Kincaid, and she's done a really, really good job when they're giving her free balls and she can approach slow to fast. You don't want to approach and be early, and I think she's still a little bit early. I want her to wait a little bit more, maybe like a half a second more on her swing so she is on top of the ball going forward and she's not leaning back and she can't see the blockers, because as soon as you put your head up when you go to swing, you can't see your blockers. So if she's just a little bit more patient, she's going to have so many more opportunities to tool off the block on the right.
7-all your score.
Out of the middle. And that's Lindsay Beauchart attacking. She's done a really, really good job of attacking the left side of the court tonight. Northmore's been pretty weak on that side of the court. She's running that 3 ball, so that forces that left side, that right side blocker and that middle blocker to come together, and she's taking her right off the inside edge of Chloe Keene.
So back and forth we go now, as back-to-back service errors by Fredericktown keeps this game even.
The missed serves.
Lexi Wenger will try and keep it in this time for Northmore. She does.
It's good hands on the free ball, and you see there's a hole.
And there's Reagan Swihart once again.
I feel like they must have watched when I was talking with the Norwalk St. Paul and the Crestview game. They are taking those free balls with their hands. That setter is pushing that all the way to the outside, and she had no blockers there. They run a really good tempo to the outside. It's a good tool. I think Haley Arrett Haley Erich, kind of an off speed off that outside hand of the right side blocker. In system, it's a beautiful ball.
Oh, just a miss hit. Keene tried to go cross court, but kept it on her side of the net. Freddies get the lead right back.
Okay, let's see if they can settle in right here. They do have some pretty good momentum going for them. It's not a bad pass.
Pushed over, but out.
She saw it was there, took it a little bit low. This is a composure moment for them. Let's see. Can they respond one time? This is a 3-point. Oh.
Northmor gets it over, but
this might be a timeout moment. Yep.
Yep, and there's the timeout from Coach Lehman. So Fredericktown with the momentum right now, 12-9. They lead in set 4. They lead 2-1. And Northmor right now, they've come back earlier. They've come back before. It's just they need to get that composure back. And
this is a composure moment. You know, and when I say it's the little things that you think of, but it's like the ball finds the person that's either not that they're not paying attention, but not where they're supposed to be on the tip, or ball set too tight, or they're just making like the little either like volleyball or mental errors right here. I think, you know, they are still they are easily within this match, but when you give a team 3 or 4 points and you don't execute on point 1 or point 2 of the run, this is what happens. So they've got to find a way to side out, get to 10. It's 2 points even, so it's a lot of work and it's a lot of momentum switch here.
Bozhart serving for
Bozhart.
Thank you to the commenters on YouTube for that.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
So Bozhart leads to a point, and Fredericktown extends its lead.
I'd like to see a little faster tempo for her over there. She's changing up her serve.
The Golden Knights answer.
I like the change up on the serve. It's nice that she has that little top spin in her little repertoire right there. That changes completely how a serve receiver has to respond and act to the ball.
Keene to serve.
That dropped a lot. That's
that
out.
One's long.
Ooh.
That was close.
Did that curl right at the end, or did I just see that?
I think it died. It was like a curveball, yeah.
Absolutely. I was like, oh, that was closer than I thought.
13-11. Keene to serve again.
So
nice one. And that's an ace. So Northmor answers with a couple points. And now they're one away from evening things back up.
Yeah, with her serve, it's not a typical, like a really, really hard dropping topspin serve. It's kind of a hybrid. So it has that topspin component, but it really changes a lot of direction at the end. It's got like a side spin.
And just able to get some spin on that one, gets it over the block and down.
Haley Arrett has had like 4 or 5 kills like that tonight where it's just kind of off the edge of a block. It's a great ball in system, a little tight.
Blocked over, but somehow kept up and then slammed down.
I think somebody's in the net. Coach Lehman's getting a little agitated.
And that Fredericktown lead back up to 3. It's 15-12.
So they've got to stop this bleeding right here. This is the opportunity where they can still change the game, but they got to go right now. Keeping it a little safe.
And they get the point.
I'm not seeing any drop faces. I'm seeing a lot of encouragement on the sideline. I think this is an execution piece. I really hope that they're able. It would be nice if they were able to go around and run behind the setter. That would pull a blocker that way because that's a great swing. That's a great touch.
Yep, that was off a block.
I know, and it's kind of hard to see from our angle up here, but their outside hitter they already know. She's not going behind. So I would like to see, it's still early in the season, but I would like to see Megan Tuttle, even if she's not going to hit, go behind the setter. That's going to pull block. That's going to keep the middle and the outside honest. It's a heavy ball. Audrey Boughton with that big swing right there. She's executing at a really high level. They are in system, taking advantage. That was a pretty easy serve for them, and she's just executing at such a high level right now.
4-point lead now for the Freddies, 17-13.
Great pass. I like the change.
Swihart off the block and down.
And, I think I'm seeing really dynamic blocking movements for Fredericktown. When the ball is super tight, they're doing super well. But I like to see them get just their wrist across the net on that block, and that's going to go straight down. It's a great block touch.
The free ball's knocked down by Audrey Boughton.
And that's what I'm talking about. Her hands were low and fast. She waited on that block. It went straight down. And for Northmor, this is where I like to see, okay, let's not have that libero take that back row attack. Let's have an outside hitter. Let's have somebody else try to take that ball.
That swipe kept up, bumped over, bumped back. So 2 free balls in a row.
Little miscommunication. Yep. I think they were both trying to run a 3 at the same time. So that's like an in-between right there. There was a little miscommunication. The outside was coming inside, and the middle was going to the left to try to attack that ball. Let's see if – I don't think that'll happen again.
One quick programming note. We don't have St. Peter's Lucas live for you right now. They had internet problems at Lucas as Fredericktown finishes that off. So that game most likely will be recorded and it'll be aired. We'll put that on our Facebook and YouTube later tonight. But no internet at Lucas, so apologies to everybody trying to tune in for that one. Back here, both teams exchange points.
These misserves. It's still early. I got to give it to them. It is volleyball is a game of momentum, and sometimes it's not just there. That is youth, and that's sometimes just being in the moment, and you still got the jitters a little bit. To the middle, that's a tip. Good read from the outside, covering under that block.
And a miss hit. Fredericktown 5 points away from getting a big early season KMAC victory, but Northmor still with some hope, still with some life. They come back from a 4-point deficit before, just in the last set, so we'll see if they can do that, or can the Freddies finish things off.
Okay, outside.
Wenger blocked and out, so there's one.
Their middle block, the setters have done a really good job of freezing the middles and making them honest and making them hold. But I'm noticing when in doubt, when their middles are late, they still have got to drop their hands back into zone 6. They're keeping their hands really high for Fredericktown, and they're getting used a little bit.
Free ball over. Northmor with a chance to cut into the lead more. Swihart stayed up.
Good block touch.
Another free
good
block
down.
Touch
from Chloe Keene.
A third free ball. Northmor with a shot this time. Swihart.
She's trying to attack that 1-6 seam.
Bozhart finishes it off.
That's a great swing. She was ready. Their setter was pulled more to the middle on that last play when she had to set to the outside. So it was nice to see that she ripped that ball down the line. She saw that she's got no blockers, and she just had one little DS hanging out in zone 1. Take a couple more steps to pass that ball. Keep your feet underneath you. To the outside. That's a great swing. Number 12, Grace Snipes, having some hops out there. That was a great swing, finding that seam in the block and taking a big rip.
Sipes is sniping it tonight.
Oh, that was good. That was nice. You're coming up with all. Wow, that was good. I'm going to have to have her again and use that.
I try to be subtle, but you just
no.
They bring it all out. But I appreciate that.
At
least somebody likes my jokes out there. Thank you.
Do you know what? I don't ever get them, or I just don't put 2 and 2 together. So when someone does it, I really do appreciate it. I'm like, oh, I love that. I'll have to use that.
Thank you. I'm very punny.
I love the puns. You can do them all day with me. Lindsay Bozhart. Bozhart. Got it, girl. Big touch off the outside, keeping it in, changing the flow of the game right there. It's a great ball on the inside. Okay. Let's see what she can do. Grace Snipes trying to go high.
Walk down. Northmor staying alive.
She was what we like to call, when my mom used to call this, when you put a girl in the closet. So she's a little undersized. She's got a pretty decent sized block out there, and they're putting her like 2 or 3 feet off the net. They give her probably 2 or 3 more feet. She could probably do something a little bit better with that. That's a great pass to attack.
And that's just in.
She was a little early there, and she's like, oh no. She was a great spot on the court, though.
That just touched the line. So Fredericktown 2 points away from finishing this off.
See what Riley Swihart can do. Good
Reagan.
coverage.
Reagan,
Go
another
high.
chance.
Reagan.
That's off the block and down. 4-point deficit, one more.
She's working extremely hard. She wasn't deterred. And you know what? In the great words of Carrie Walsh, if you keep swinging and you have a block, it's better to swing high and give yourself time to recover and keep that ball alive. And she kept swinging high. It's good to see she was responding right there.
And there's an ace.
And there's a response with that serve.
Yeah, if you have a few gold medals, I think it's good to listen to her.
Absolutely. She when you listen to her and talk, like, would you rather hit out of bounds or hit into a block? She's like, oh, my God, I hit into the block every time. You give yourself time to recover, and she swung high right there.
And sometimes it'll deflect out and give you the point.
Absolutely.
Another block by Northmore.
And a
stayed
tip
up.
Out of system. No panic there.
Swihart off the block.
Still
Free
swinging
ball.
high.
And Fredericktown, they're winning these close balls. That's what they've been doing the last two sets. These close ones, these 50-50 balls have been going Fredericktown's way, and now they're 1 point away from winning the match.
Absolutely. And a lot of that is, okay, they have 8 seniors on the team. So when times are tough and times are close, they're battening down the hatches, they're taking a deep breath, and they're making those routine volleyball plays.
And that'll do it. Fredericktown with the answer. An ace ends it as the Freddies win this one 25-20 to take the match. 25-23, 11-25, 25-23, and 25-20. We're going to take a break and be back with our player of the game, as well as some final thoughts right here, live and free on the OH Report.
Morrow County Hospital, along with Ohio Health, is the official sports medicine provider of Northmor High School. Available 24/7 to care for your athlete with same-day appointment options available. We keep your athletes healthy and in the game. Morrow County Hospital and Ohio Health are proud to partner with Northmor High School to provide a healthier community, serving teams, parents, and all of Morrow County.
Hi guys, welcome back with the Morrow County Hospital Player of the Game, Lindsay Bozhart. Congratulations on your big win tonight, honey. How do you guys think how do you think you've played today?
Pretty good. We all worked as a team, and then we just clicked, so it was very well.
You know, there was a change in set 2, so you guys had, I don't want to say a significant loss, but you guys kind of struggled in set 2. What was said after set 2 that kind of set you up for the rest of the match here? What was the energy like?
It was just like work as a team and then stay focused because we didn't want to go into 5, so like finish in 4.
Gotcha.
And then we had to change our rotation up some.
Absolutely. So do you guys think that the preparation that you did before the game, so there's like pre-game prep, like mentally, physically checking into the game, do you think that transferred into your match today?
Yes.
Absolutely. And going forward, so this is an early match in the year for you guys. How do you think this will move on, not only for this week, but carrying you into the next couple of weeks of the season?
I think it gives us like some energy to look forward to winning KMAC or something. Just something to push for.
Absolutely. Well, I just wanted to congratulate you. You played a heck of a game tonight, and I hope I can see you a couple other games the rest of the season, and I wish you all the best of luck, honey.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you to Lindsay, our player of the game, brought to you by Morrow County Hospital. As we are about to wrap things up here from the Castle, Mackenzie, that was a pretty darn good match. Both teams fighting back and forth. Close sets throughout, except for that second set, the Northmor 125-11. It was 25-23, 25-23, 25-20.
And you know, it's kind of nice sometimes when you see, okay, a team struggle and they come back and they finish in 3 and they finish in 4, because, you know, that's a lot of maturity. That's a lot of composure on their part. And they will be able to look back to this moment, and it's nice to have that opportunity early in the year to have that learning experience. Like, we can struggle. You can have a bad set, but how do you rebound and how do you respond quickly, and you do it as a team. It was good. It was fun to see tonight, and there's a lot of youth and there's a lot of talent. It's nice to see some big, strong players back in the area.
So with the win, Fredericktown remains unbeaten on the season. They are now 4-0, while Northmor, they drop to 3-2, 1-2 in conference, while Fredericktown,
They remain
they are
undefeated.
2-0, and they remain atop the KMAC standings. We'd like to thank everybody that made this live stream possible tonight. First of all, Hayden Gray, as usual. Great camera work. Everybody back at the studio at OH.REPORT, BS Media Productions, Jory Hollenbeck, Brian Skoronsky, Adam Thompson, the boys G-Man and Storm. I'd like to thank our sponsors tonight, Morrow County Hospital, our commercial, our scoreboard sponsors, J&F Construction, our scoreboard sponsor actually, Morrow County, our player of the game, and Hot Shot Secret, our replay sponsors. And we'd also like to thank Northmor High School for allowing us to be here, but most of all, we'd like to thank you, the fans, for watching. Your one final time, Fredericktown with the 3-1 match victory over the Lady Knights of Northmor. For Mackenzie Weaver, I am Travis Berardi saying so long from the castle. We'll see you on a live stream near you.